Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to Behind the Poster with Brad Klausen. I'm Jason from the State 11 Trust, and I'm introducing myself this way because this is an episode that's so special, we're going to make it available to everyone. Oh, I thought I could do the sound effects, but I can't. Everyone. So everybody can watch this episode. We do this twice a month with Brad, and very happy to have you here. Usually I have Brad, but I guess maybe I'm doing this by myself today? That can't be right. Hold on. We've done it.
Hey.
Technology. We've done it. That was so mean of me to suggest that you wouldn't be here to talk about.
Oh, so cruel. So mean and cruel. Yeah.
Brad, this episode's special.
It's very special. It's one to watch with the whole family. Yeah.
I can imagine like everywhere you look, everywhere at the time. Thank God
there's always this special episode. Like this is a very special episode of different strokes to watch. Yeah. It'd be like about a serious subject, like mental health or like child abuse or like alcoholism or something.
Why don't he want me, Uncle Phil?
They don't have sitcoms anymore like they used to.
They don't do that anymore, man. Yeah. Yells the cloud. So what the hell are we talking about? Well, today, as this comes out, it is show day in Chicago. Or I guess it's actually the day before. I think it's the day before. Because
time has flown. The whole week prior to getting to here seems like it didn't even happen. It seems like it has taken like a very short period of time to get to the end of August. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Time flies. Boy, does it fly.
I should have been wearing my Gigaton Tour shirt that says "Time Flies" on it with a little winged. What do they call those things? The sandy guys. What are those things called?
The sandy
hourglass.
From here on out, they're the sandy guys. That's
the sandy guys.
When the Grim Reaper comes and brings his scythe and the sandy guys, you're in trouble. Yeah.
Hey, don't bring up scythes again. We had a whole discussion about scythes.
You saw it. You got to see. I
did see your scythe.
Yes, which is a weird sentence.
The unassembled scythe of Brett Klausen.
It's put into good use. Harvesting souls.
Okay, dark.
The scythe doesn't stand us for.
Well, we're talking about a poster, as we often do on the. Well, we don't. I shouldn't say often do on the show. Often we try to bullshit.
Yeah, we try to talk about the poster.
But 24% of this show is talking about posters. This episode is interesting and special because we're talking about this weekend's shows.
Yeah,
like tomorrow and Saturday.
Yeah.
How could I possibly know what the poster is?
We don't.
It just was released by Mr. T-Certain in the band.
Yeah.
How could I know?
It's some things are mysteries, man. You'll just never know.
Hold on a second. I'm being told to check my platform. Oh, is this it?
That looks like a poster.
Oh, goodness. Look at that. I'm a terrible liar. So the first thing I notice here, because this is what we do here, is where I kind of give Brad my initial reaction to what I'm looking at. And I will say I've only had about 5 minutes with this. Previous to us.
It'll be good raw reaction.
We're gonna raw dog react to this post. Oh my God! I'm sorry, everybody. All right,
this is a family show for the whole family.
Speaking of raw dog, have you heard of that trend of people raw dogging flights?
No. What is that?
Basically, you go on a plane and you travel, and however long the flight is, you don't look at any screens, you don't read anything, and you don't listen to music. All you do is stare straight ahead at the seat back in front of you. You might get the map, and that's it.
Wow! So it's like back before screens, or you could bring a book. No.
That doesn't qualify as part of raw dogging flights.
No, so it's like just sort of a meditative experience of just
psychotic is what it is.
Yeah. Bring a book, go to sleep. Those people are going to fall asleep anyway. You can fall asleep on the plane.
I feel like that's cheating, though.
Yeah, that's a weird expression. I don't approve of that.
It's just it's a funny phrase. It's a funny word. People like.
humans.
Off the rails already, guys.
Yeah.
So what the hell am I looking at here? I'm looking at 5 silhouetted nondescript old-timey baseball players, because no one wears their socks that high anymore. It's a thing of the past.
Old-timey.
And they're all they've got their instruments. So you've got Ed there standing over home plate as the I guess catcher, because pitchers don't. You think of him as a pitcher, but he's not. Pitchers don't stand on.
There's no real positions assigned here. It's merely just
left bench
geography. Yeah.
Me on left bench.
Yeah.
You got Stone far right with his looks like a Les Paul. You got Matt with his sticks, and then you got Ed, and you got Jeff with his bass, and you got Mike with
Strat.
Is that a Strat? Okay. And the space has decided to. I'm seeing the dark matter now. I'm just noticing the dark matter.
There you go.
There it is. A meteor of sorts, or the sun has decided to land in the middle of Wrigley Park.
Yes,
Field.
It is just basically a riff off of the kind of dark matter. If these were some sort of like universal beings who had stepped through some portal in the universe and have descended upon Wrigley Field to melt everybody's face off. And so
yeah, there you go.
And I was just trying to kind of reference the shapes of the album cover, and the more I got like detailed with that, the more I would like remove layers and just saw like the simple dumb lines of color, and I was like, oh, it's so much more colorful, and like it just started becoming much more of a project in like just graphic design, like trying to make something that was just kind of cool shapes and cool colors. And I'm not one to usually, like, I know I did this for Napa and it's rare, but like I did 2 posters and they're both like caricatures of the band. But I wanted to stick with like the other posters from the other baseball teams where like I never want to like draw the guys' faces, because I'm not good at that anyway, but I don't want to make like I said, I don't want to make caricatures of them.
Here's Boston from 2018, sorry.
So, and like the old-timey baseball is just so much more visually cool looking than modern baseball. Like all the uniforms are cooler. They got those pop collars, and like there's just the stadiums with like all the fanfare, and they're just made out of wood, and they're more compelling. And it's like a cleaner, simpler design. So I don't know why I'm prone to like reference all that stuff, but I think the like their uniforms are kind of a nod to the Seattle Kraken's colors, which is a hockey team.
Oh, so yes. I'm
not a baseball team.
Kraken is both singular and plural at the same time.
Oh, you could say like, oh no, there's Kraken here, and it would mean many Kraken.
Yeah, kind of like deer.
That would be confusing if you were going to try to alert somebody like there's Kraken here, and you were like, is that one or is that thousands? How many Kraken have approached?
You best get to looking, I guess.
I don't know. But, it was just sort of, and like they have, I know like that screen they have now when they live has at one point, I know what song is it, Setting Sun or something, there's like a big eyeball behind the thing, so it was trying to kind of reference the album shape and that kind of eye shape, and just the notion that these celestial dark matter beings have arrived, and it's going to be quite a show. So hopefully people dig it. It was fun to work on. And
when did you work on this? Any timelines here?
It was so if I had to get done with Napa by, I don't know, was it like April or May or June? I don't remember. Months ago. It was a while ago.
Months ago. So you have to have it ready for approval and printing at least a couple months in advance?
Usually, yeah, because just for however many posters they do of a tour, maybe it's 12, 15, or 14, they have to print. It's all going to one printer, so the printer needs months to do everything. So they try to proactively get it all printed in a timely fashion. That being said, I'm always like the last person who's like, give me one more day. Like the person who's still like filling out C on the multiple choice test when they're like, pencils C, hold on, like, give me 3 more seconds.
Did you know I saw an interview with high school students from Finland who did like an exchange thing where they came over here for like a semester or whatever. And the person, when they went back to Finland, the person was like, what's different about learning in America? They go, everything is multiple choice.
No, yeah.
It's like
they give you an answer.
Like you don't have to know the answer.
Right.
And I'm like,
well, like
to America,
you get a choice when one of them's the answer. So you got like
yeah,
a 25% chance usually.
Yeah.
I guess that is a weird aspect of our learning system where it's like, here we're padding here's the answer's in there somewhere. Like you just have to know it or guess right.
We're learning on a curve.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back in time. Here is a sketch. The first sketch. This is your Demogorgon phase.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. This is like the dumb, like that's probably a tiny little sketch where it's just composition. Like the shapes will go here. This will do this thing, and that'll do that. And I am always of the opinion that like that should be sufficient for an approval sketch. Like I should be able to send that.
Look at this ridiculous shit.
And be like, this is it, right? That's enough, sufficient. It'll look like that. Like, and then you can like take the leap of faith with me. But one of the things you find out is people have a hard time visualizing what you're seeing in your head. So if you can't show them what's inside your head, they're gonna go, this looks like about the extent of what I'm seeing. So they can't make that transition to the other thing. If you just trust me, it's going to look much better. If you're familiar with my work, it grows and it gets better.
See, it gets better.
Yeah, but even that still, like, even that for me, I was like, oh God, I got to make it look like somewhat passable as things, So
see, if this is the first thing I saw, I go, oh, I see what's happening. They're inside of a stadium. There's dark mattery things,
Yeah.
And they're baseball players. I get that.
Yeah. But
also, I get the date wrong.
Oh yeah. What do I have? 20
looks like 27. Unless you're just
it's just
chicken scratch.
It's just scribble. It's 20. I think that's a 29. But it's even this. I feel like sending that. I'm like that should be sufficient. I think there's people who send like significantly more developed sketches for approval. Which I learned recently. I did that Foo Fighters poster, and man, almost didn't get that done in time because I diverted too much from my approved sketch.
Oh.
And when I showed it to them where I had taken it, they're like, yeah, this isn't what we approved. You need to go back to the approved sketch composition. I had like 5 days left at that point. It was just terrifying, but managed to pull it out of
Have we seen that one yet? Has that one been
Yeah,
released?
just put it up like yesterday or like it was Sunday. So yeah. It's been out there. It's a face and there's deer and stuff. Colors and
face
shape.
and deer. Okay.
Colors.
Was that for Seattle show?
Yeah. But yeah, it's this one to me. Even like there's a part of me that felt like it almost seemed sort of simple. I think I got a little bit hung up on like it's not. I like the kind of simple graphic designy, just simple lines and like the dots for the people, which I've done in those other baseball posters, which the crowd is just dots for people.
Let it be known that Brad Klausen views all of you as just simple circles.
Well, it's the easiest way to represent everybody from afar. Otherwise, I mean, what am I going to do? Draw each individual little shoulders and head and stuff?
Listen, PJ20, you went all out with that.
Well, that's not like if I had to draw a stadium full of people, like each person with making up like a different personality and face.
Personality. Have you seen those digital art where it's usually like an Instagram reel because like that's where you see this shit now, but like it'll be pinched and pinched and pinched, and you think it's it keeps fucking going. Like, how the hell could you possibly be that detailed that far in?
Yeah, I don't know what software that is that allows you to do that, where you can just continue to zoom in and zoom in and zoom in, and like it's the stuff that I think would be really cool would be like the virtual reality headsets where you could draw around you and then like navigate through the world that you're drawing in and stuff. And I don't want to get one of those headsets. So somebody was like, you should really try one, because I know like my girlfriend will poke her head in the room and I'll just be standing in a room with these goggles on, just gesturing and wandering around.
What are you doing?
I'm working. I'm drawing in here. Like,
settle down, beautiful mind.
And then, yeah, exactly. And then like I know like I'm easily startled. So it's like if we had did this, you'd have to like figure out a way like you could tap my shoulder to be like, hey, like there's people in the room, So
why are your pants off?
Yeah.
This is how I do my process.
It's a surprise birthday party. Everybody's there. Oh, hey, everybody! I didn't realize there was
I'm working out regularly. Be quiet.
Yeah. This is my process. Leave me alone. Pants are restricted. But But no, yeah, I've seen those where you just keep zooming in and zooming in. It's got to be some sort of crazy weird software because you can't.
Brad's Pearl Jam poster unencumbered by pants.
It's to all you young artists out there, free yourself. Yeah.
Raw dog your process.
Jeez, that's gonna be the title.
Oh God,
the title,
what is happening?
Yeah,
we picked a hell of an episode to make free to everybody.
Yeah, I was gonna say the free one. Yeah, but for the whole family too. The family,
the whole family,
earmuffs family.
Yeah, this is the unrated version for everybody. By the way, I should warn you that this is pretty much every episode that we.
This is pretty standard. Yeah.
What? Oh, there's a variant. There's a Brad version, right?
Yes. The artist we all got variants. So there's a different color.
Oh, it's purple.
It's purple. I am a sucker for purple.
You are.
I do there's a whole color scheme that I refer to as the gem and the holograms color scheme, which it's like purple, that cyan color, and pink, like magenta. And I always am designing stuff in that color scheme and then have to kind of change it after. I think every poster almost starts in the gem and the holograms color scheme. But but that's always the tricky part too, when they give you one color. Like I was saying before, when you get one color to swap out, sometimes it's tricky because you factored in everything that's going to make all the contrast that you need. So it's I think it works for this one, but it's always I want to change all the colors. I don't want to do just one.
Right. Question: what does the S stand for on the jersey?
Seattle.
Oh yeah.
They're from Seattle. They're the away team. MRFer.
That's right.
It's
what an idiot I am.
Yeah, I know, right? You should know. That's where they're from. They're the away team, the Seattle. I did that on that Boston ticket poster across the jersey. Originally, it said Seattle, and the merchandise people and the printers were like, "Is this for the Seattle show?" And I was like, "No, it's their away jersey. It says he's got So they're like, "Yeah, you can't say Seattle on there." And I was like, "All right, I'll change it to a logo that's more specific to the city." Yeah. Or to them, to the band.
We'll talk more in depth about these in time because we do each episode is a new new poster. What else was I going to ask you? You know what's funny? And we spoke to Alex Gnezdilov, who made the dark matter, claw art, whatever, the white painting. Your interpretation, these rappy guys, where it starts to break apart. This is where my head is at right now. It looks like the little art when you go to do your fingerprint scan on your phone.
Oh, I don't.
You know the broken lines.
No, I don't have that. I don't fingerprint my phone. I don't have that thing. Mine doesn't have that one, buddy. Mine doesn't have that button. It doesn't.
Yeah, but you didn't have an older iPhone that had the fingerprint sensor?
No, I just unlock with a code. I don't do my face or my fingerprint. I don't give any of my bio.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Man. Yeah.
Let's talk about this. Okay. Brad's aversion to technology. So you would rather have a code that somebody could decipher as opposed to your face, which no one could.
True. Yes. Correct.
What are you afraid of, Brad?
Because I don't want the man getting my biometrics, even though pretty sure they already have. There was, it's funny. There was a moment in 2008 or 2009, and I was trying to get my name out of the phone book because I didn't want to have that information there. And there was a realization where you're like, oh no, there's no more, you can't be off grid. There's no more hiding. Every data, every single piece of internet traffic, your eyeball placement on the screen, every aspect. I mean, it's, for the longest time, I opted out of the full body metal scanners at the airport. You have to put your hands up and they do the thing spin around you. On principle, I was just like, no, I'm not going through that thing. Because I knew it was just a big scam back in the day by some element of the Bush administration had all these machines and they're like, hey, we need to get all these machines in these airports. We made a bunch of them. We want to sell them to you. And I was just it was because the guy with the shoes and his underwear bomb or whatever. Yeah. For the rest of the time, we all have to take our shoes off. It's actually absurd.
By the way, for those of you who are new, Brad loves a good conspiracy theory.
Yes.
So if you don't subscribe to what he's saying right now, there's
so you should have the State of Love and Trust podcast. We do not these are the thoughts and opinions of Brad Klausen, solely Brad. Yeah.
See all those books back there behind Brad?
Well,
conspiracy theories.
Crazy books.
Yeah.
But no, but like, so even this, like my face, you could get the biometrics from my face from this. But so there's like, eventually at one point.
Don't you think I already have?
Well, yeah, no, but I mean, not you, but just anybody, that was like, some corporation apparently bought whatever, like Ancestry or 23D and 23andMe, whatever it was. So there's some big, even though that they were probably at a corporation way, but so they're saying like all that DNA, everybody sent their samples, that's all owned and controlled or whatever. But like I said, there's just no, it's stupid. I have all these beliefs about how, like, for the longest time, I didn't want the chip in my debit card, and now I just do the swipe thing. I'm like, oh, of course, this is stupid. This is so much easier. Yes, you tap it now. I just scan my forehead with my barcode.
So hold on. Do you not use Apple Pay?
Only because of that, I'm truly a Luddite. I have Venmo and just stuff, but I would use
a Luddite. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I'm someone who is not familiar with technology or has an aversion to technology or just bad at it.
Are you willing to learn?
Yes, but I'm creeping into that, like, old man set in his ways who, when like the younger generation's like, look, it's really simple, and I'm like, I still use like old versions.
A scythe.
Yeah, I still use it. Well, I don't use a scythe. Like, I own a scythe, but
you're supposed to yes and me, Brad. This is how improv works. God damn it.
Yes, and I need to use it more. Yes, and it needs to be. No, it's like I said. I make jokes with my nephew that, like, he's 11, and I'm like, there's going to come a point when you have to deal with your parents. But God, Mom, just use the teleporting machine. Why is it so much easier? You're still like going to the airport, and you're like, I don't trust the teleporting machine. Like, it just never ends. Like, there's always going to be
that
more
one guy. I saw his whole parts were all discombobulated when he came out.
I don't trust it. I don't trust that.
Mom, only 1% of the time.
Yeah. So it's just, it's sad that there's cliches in life where, like, you end up being like, oh, I'm the older person who's like reluctant to change in technology. And even, like, I can see in my parents, like, they don't want to, like, just getting the maps and the GPS and hooked up to their phone, to their car. That's a lot.
Oh man, really?
Yeah. Like, they just helping them dealing with that. And the sad part is, like, my mom and my stepdad both have a genuine fear of technology. Like, someone's going to scam us because we're so gullible and naive to this stuff. And you start to understand how, like, every time you get like a spam email or something like that, you're like, how is this? It must be working, because they wouldn't keep doing it if it didn't work. Which, like, who's falling for these things? And, like, it's like old parents are like, did we order something from Amazon and they want our credit card number?
What's interesting about that is, like, the awareness that they could be scammed because they're gullible. It's like well, how are you so aware that it's possible, yet at the same time you are still gullible?
Well, I think it's just the the fear of the technology, because, like, I don't know what I'm doing. I feel like, am I exposing my bank account information? And there's just so many dumb things. But, like, you can start, as you get older, you can start being like, oh, there's going to be some dumb thing that I'm going to be like, what is this now? Is this some Nigerian prince version of
something AI related is going to mess us up, I think.
Yeah, but then, like,
because, like, what's going to happen? Like, we all those texts come through now, like those, hey, how are you doing?
Oh yeah.
And the worst ones are when they actually use the wrong name. Hey Keith, what's up? And it's like, okay, obviously. So, delete, report junk. But the tricky ones are those emails that are like, yeah, your order is coming, and you're like, did I order something from Amazon? But the trick is, you go up to the sender email. Mm-hmm. And you click on the little, like, down arrow thingy, and it'll reveal the actual address that it's coming from. And if it's complete horseshit, then okay, this is scam, delete.
Right.
If you're unsure. So anybody out there, that's my suggestion to you.
There's even, like, this happened to my lady. She got a phone call about a sibling that was in jail, and they needed bail. And they're like, we need to post bail right away. And the person was not in jail. And, like, it was just that's a messed up scam, because you're obviously making people vulnerable. Like, this person needs your help. Like, and you're like, okay, and you go, and then you send a bunch of money. It's getting to the point where, like I said, that I'm going to be one of those old people who, like, falls for whatever the Nigerian prince scam is. I'm like, is that it? Did I sign up? I guess I should sign up for this. I guess I should sign a thing.
Do you think that other African princes are upset that Nigeria is getting all the play with these?
Yeah, like, we were like Moroccan prince.
There's a Gabonese prince who's, like, really needing some money right now.
Or there's some Nigerian prince that's like, nobody would trust me. I really had all this money.
I'm really trying to help.
Yeah. Nobody believed me. I tried to give my fortune away, and nobody wanted it. So the poor, the sad, it's like Cassandra, the Greek Cassandra, who had the gift of prophecy, but no one would believe her.
Wasn't that one of the posters you made?
No, that was like the Three Sisters of Fate. It was, but I could, could do a Cassandra poster somewhere. Someone it's basically the little kid in the Emperor's New Clothes is telling you the truth, and nobody will hear what you say. Yeah.
Ooh, I like this.
Yeah.
I mean, you should work that into your next Pearl Jam poster.
Well, they gotta play some more shows and then give me a job.
Yeah, but also listen. You talked about on one of our previous episodes how sometimes cities, these are my words, not yours, don't have a whole lot going on, so just use a song lyric.
Yeah, sometimes there's not a whole lot happening in the history of a city. Sometimes cities are new and there's just not a whole lot of history there. Other times they're like buried on that Indian burial ground, and there's a whole mythology and a whole story and stuff like that. So
which one is that?
It's wherever Poltergeist was filmed, whatever city that was in.
Oh, Simi Valley.
Okay, yeah. So if I ever get the Simi Valley Pearl Jam poster, it'll be a Poltergeist scene. It'll be the pool, the scene from the pool. Yeah. No more skulls though. Everybody hates skulls these days. So
I'll tell it to Metallica and Pusshead and.
Skulls are still interesting to draw. They're still fun to draw.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good lines and things you can do with skull.
Okay. Well, this has been a slightly abridged version of Behind the Poster.
It's shorter than normal. We could continue to ramble about all kinds of different things, But to all the people who get this for free, like this is if this is us rambling about stuff is appealing to you, you can sign up for the Patreon and have more of this rambling banter.
Brad shilling for the pod. You'll love to see it.
Hey, I should have had my T-shirt on. I should have had the pod T-shirt.
Oh yeah, I gave you a damn T-shirt, didn't I?
Yeah.
Have you ever worn it?
Yeah.
When you're scything.
Scything.
When you're weed whacking.
It has good arm. The arm length is good for the scything motion. It's good for that.
Which one did I give you?
It was like just black with white script.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta get you a new one. That's one of our old discontinued.
But see, you're missing the opportunity because do you have a shop or something? You could say, hey, patrons, if you too would like a shirt.
If you too would like a shirt, I don't have a Shopify because I do not. Speaking of not understanding technology, I have no idea how Shopify works.
Well, I'm learning the hard way. It's fun. I've learned this last sale that I had that I screwed up and messed up a thing. And so it's trial by fire is always fun, especially when you're dealing with people's finances and limited quantities of things that everybody's like, I want one, and you screw it up, and then you're like, crap.
Yeah. I will ask you about this offline because I actually do need to figure it out because I do also have, not only do I have shirts that you could buy, email us or DM us. We have slip mats now.
Oh yeah.
How cool is that?
Who doesn't want that for your record collection if you have a record collection? Yeah.
It ups the fidelity of your records.
Just because it makes them sound better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a true fact I made up right now.
Yeah. And because dust doesn't collect, so it makes it just it makes the record have less.
I don't know. I just say words.
Explain it. How does the slip cover work other than covering the slip?
But you turn it to 11. Why not just make 10 louder? This one goes to 11. All right. We've showed enough. But seriously, if you like this ridiculousness that we do it twice a month over on our Patreon. Go ahead and check us out. Maybe I've added somewhere down there. There might be a QR code if I've done this editing correctly afterwards. But there is a link somewhere in our bios that you can check out for more Brad and me and other lots of cool stuff. So with that,
there are lots of cool stuff.
The what?
There are lots of cool stuff. It's like a slogan that sells itself.
Put it on a bumper sticker.
What is that in the Journey lyric? Like, she likes it. She likes a lot of things. And you're like, oh, that's an interesting, just generic version of it. She likes this. She likes a lot of things. All right. She's a very interesting, diverse person. Okay. So
I don't mean to go on a tangent, but we recently just had the DNC, and one thing that stuck out to me was not only did Michelle Obama have a great speech, there was actually something in her speech that was like the title of her speech, which I was conflicted on because I both liked it because it prompted, it was like a call to action kind of thing, but it was also really vague. Do you recall this?
What was the title? No, I saw a chunk of the speech, but I didn't know
there was like a call and response. It was something like, I guess her mom said.
Do something?
do something. It's like,
yeah.
Oh, do what?
It is
something. It's like it's very vague. Like I get what she means, but it's just a very vague couple of words put together.
It is
something.
It is a generic call to arms that could be applied to any. So it is true. You just,
you know what I mean?
Empowering you to just do anything.
Do something.
Anything.
Drink my coffee.
Helping the team, helping the cause. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is so weird.
I told you guys, this goes off the rails very easily. You know what this is like, this show? This show is like trying to drive down Route 66 from Chicago to Santa Monica, because Route 66 used to be the thing, and then they added interstate highways, and now Route 66 will sometimes be on those major highways and sometimes just go out into the desert, and all of a sudden it'll reconnect with the highway again like 40 miles later. And so this show, you think you're just traveling down I-40 the whole way, but actually you're taking Route 66, and you might find yourself back to the point at any point.
We're just wasting fuel.
Absolutely.
Unnecessarily driving distances we don't need to go to finally get to the same destination.
Yeah. We reached Santa Monica about 15 minutes ago, but we're driving up the coast for no... We're in the ocean now.
Yeah. We have sunk into the ocean.
Okay.
We need to break glass in case of emergency.
Let's put a pin in it here as opposed to 15 minutes ago. Yeah. We'll see some of you in a couple of weeks over on Patreon. Until then, bye.
Bye.